come you remember that and don't remember why you left after the second sparring?
I don't know what was going on at the time. I don't know.
Come on, man.
I don't want to tell you nothing.
I'm not gonna put it out why you left, but you remember.
Why you think I left?
It came out your mouth.
Let me hear this. I want to hear
it. It came out your mouth, Shakur. You gonna deny that shit.
Now, y'all ain't
I'm not trolling.
That shit.
I'm not trolling.
On what? You better not put that on nothing. I'll put that on my daughter. You capping right now.
Don't involve the kids, but you know that shit happened, Shakur.
Nigga, that ain't never happened. That's cap.
Well, it don't matter. 2025, let's make that shit happen.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like it's some weird shit. So, like,
in a recent live discussion that quickly gained attention across boxing circles, Coach Kenny Ellis directly confronted the ongoing narrative around Shakur Stevenson, openly questioning the accuracy of his comments.
You don't remember saying, yo, I gotta leave tomorrow. You my tooth in the back. I gotta go get this fixed.
This nigga's lying.
Oh my goodness.
This nigga is lying.
You gotta stop that shit.
Hey,
you have to leave.
Hey.
You have to leave, Shakur.
On my daughter, that nigga ain't my tooth.
You said I gotta go get my shit fixed.
Nigga, do you remember the sparring session?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Do you remember how the sparring sessions went?
We was gonna spar some more, but you couldn't because you had to leave to go get.
Do you remember how the sparring sessions?
If you pull your dinner racket, they said a loose mold.
This nigga lying.
Ellis also pushed the conversation beyond just sparring history, once again demanding that the long-discussed fight between Stevenson and Davis finally be made official. His stance was echoed.
I want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real. He'll be back. Like, oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fight any of these top guys out there, man. And that's because you can say, oh, Shakur ain't fight nobody. Well, shit, if Shakur ain't fight nobody and Tank ain't fight nobody, why don't they fight each other? If that's how y'all want to put it, fight each other, bro. That will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, bro. The biggest fight. Box office. It will sell out like this.
From Stevenson's perspective, the willingness to fight is not the issue. He has repeatedly expressed interest in facing Davis, but his frustration is directed more at the environment surrounding the matchup. He described Davis's behavior as goofy, suggesting that the delays and mixed signals are not about.
I really don't like speaking on him, but like, if same thing that
fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with T.O. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got. Yeah. I stand by that with anybody.
But keeping it boxing.
That's boxing.
No, I'm just saying.
That's not boxing?
Yeah, no, I love it. No, you got to do what you got to do.
Right, like.
I just want to see. I want to know. I'm just asking, realistically, will we ever see y'all two in the ring? However way it get there, will we ever see that match?
I would love.
Stevenson also opened up about how relationships in boxing evolve over time. He explained that early in his career, there was mutual respect and a more relaxed dynamic between himself, Davis, and other rising fighters in the division.
I always knew I'm the one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always knew. And I feel like deep down, like, they probably won't say it, but they know. It was cool at certain times, but deep down, everybody know as a competitor, it's only so cool it can get.
Cause we gonna have to face each other.
So,
copy.
Truthfully, it was cool at times, but
yeah, at the beginning.
No, in sports and rap, there's always talks of big three, obviously. Boxing, Melo came in with a big three in his draft class, his rap big threes, all that type of stuff. A lot of that stuff is shaped by narrative.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the narratives that came into your career, came into this last fight. Do you think some of that stuff that was said about you was fair, or how do you
hell no.
How do you think it affected you? You know
hell
what I mean?
No. I mean, I think everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
So like it happened the way that it was supposed to happen. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do the same thing again. But was it fair? Nah, I'm a fighter at the end of the day, and I got painted images like a like, and I'm not built like that. So like I don't know how like
who painted that image?
When I got in the ring and I fought with one hand is when everything started. that's when social media kind of took it as like,
Adding a high-profile voice to the discussion, legendary champion Roy Jones Jr. weighed in on the potential clash. Jones identified Davis as arguably the most dangerous stylistic threat Stevenson could face. While he avoided making a definitive prediction, he emphasized that Davis possesses the kind of
Tank will beat Shakur. I said Tank will beat him. I said Tank got the best chance. So I didn't say nobody will beat him, but Tank will be the one, in my opinion, that had the best chance.
At the same time, Jones gave a detailed breakdown of Stevenson's boxing identity. He described Stevenson as extremely disciplined, defensively sharp, and highly strategic in how he controls rounds. Rather than chasing highlight reel moments, Stevenson focuses on minimizing risk, maintaining distance control, and winning rounds through precision.
In Shakur's case, he fights a smart fight. He don't take stupid chances. He don't want to take stupid risk. He's a professional. He goes out, he does what's necessary to get the job done, and he cool with that. He ain't trying to give me that over the top. He cool with just going out, doing what he do, getting the job done, staying on the beat. That's what he want to do. He has the right to do that.
Despite Stevenson's control-based style, analysts agree that it does not make him untouchable. Against a fighter like Davis, even small defensive lapses could become significant. Former champion Shawn Porter explained that this matchup would not likely be decided by a single punch early on, but instead would evolve into a layered tactical contest where timing, patience, and adjustments matter just as much as power.
Now, I said everybody thinks that Tank is gonna go in there and just knock out Shakur. It's gonna
That's
be,
not gonna happen.
But it didn't take. It shouldn't have taken this fight. For
I
people,
knew he couldn't.
for people to realize.
Yeah,
right.
No, I knew that too. But yeah,
Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
he might got a lot to do with it.
He's that, the silver child of the country, and there's no telling. But this is what I've always known.
Porter further broke down Davis's requirements for success, explaining that relying solely on knockout power would not be enough. Instead, Davis would need to demonstrate adaptability throughout the fight, reading Stevenson's movement, adjusting punch selection, and making in-fight tactical changes. According to Porter, the outcome depends heavily on whether Davis can evolve strategically under pressure.
The fight with Shakur, you're going to see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're going to see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody followed the script. And what I mean by that is you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment, and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing. And that's kind of where you see
who's smart,
you know what I mean? Yeah. I think my fight with Terrence shows a very high level of IQ from both of us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's what Tank is gonna do with Shakur. He's gonna come into the ring and be a different version of himself.
Meanwhile, Kenny Ellis continued to apply pressure publicly, urging Stevenson to take a more active role in forcing the fight into reality. He criticized the ongoing delays and suggested that promotional complications, including those tied to matchroom boxing, could end up blocking what many consider one of the most anticipated matchups in modern.
Will still happen though?
What fight?
That fight with Shakur and Tank?
Not if he signed with Matchroom, because they're not going to do that. They're not going to lose that. No, they wouldn't do that.
Do you think that PBC and Matchroom could work together for it? You think they possibly make that happen?
Anything is possible, The negotiations sound good between the two. I don't even want to go back and forth with that. If they grown, man, Shakur could have fought. He got protected custody. He ain't had to do that.
Ellis also drew a clear timeline around the fight's relevance, stating that if Stevenson versus Davis does not happen by 2025, the opportunity should be considered closed. In his view, Stevenson has already established himself as a multi-division champion, and extended delays would only weaken the fight's significance and public interest.
I know you had things to say if it doesn't happen this year, 2025, it shouldn't happen. But
I think Shakur beat both of them. Cepeda and Medina. It beat both of them easy. I wouldn't. This is my opinion. I'm not saying the fight ain't gonna happen after 2025, but I wouldn't do it because
He's a 3-time champion. He don't need no more experience. He don't need no more build up. His name is big enough. Everybody knows it, and everybody want him now. Anything else is just bullshit. You know. So why, if you can't do it now, between now and 2025, why do it?
From a purely stylistic standpoint, Ellis believes this is exactly the kind of challenge Stevenson needs at this stage of his career. He argues that facing Davis would force Stevenson into uncomfortable exchanges where defensive mastery alone may not be enough, and where pressure, timing, and physical intensity could test the limits of his ring control.
I would like to see, I'll be front row for that one too. I feel like Shakur Stevenson is a master chess player. I feel like all his fights previously has been kind of easy for him, so it made it look like it was boring to other people, but somebody got to bring the best out of him, and I think Tank Davis will bring the best out of anybody. So at the end of the day, that is the fight to see.
Have you seen any of those guys up close, you know, training-wise, and seen both?
Absolutely, I've seen both. Both guys are dogs, they're animals, but like I said, Shakur got a great jab, he's a great defender. Tank is a great offender, and Tank got good defense, he's a boxer. So that's a great boxing match. That's a big purse for both of them guys, and great for the fans, and even the people in boxing behind the scenes.
On the Davis side, trainer Calvin Ford highlighted what makes him such a unique threat. Ford emphasized Davis's rare combination of explosive knockout power and sharp technical precision. He also noted that Davis carries his influence beyond just fighting ability, as his presence and confidence often have a psychological impact on opponents even before the opening bell.
He's special. He's special at that weight, that size, and he have a real calling. It's for the youth of the USA to let them know what to do. Whatever you go through in life, you're going to go through. It's just how you finish it up. And that was one of the things that I instilled in him. Is, you know, everybody going to have rocky roads starting off. It's how you finish. And he take that to heart. It's how he put on a performance and how he's going to finish.
Shifting away from the rivalry discussions, Lamont Roach Sr. focused on Davis's career activity. He dismissed much of the external noise and stressed that the priority should simply be getting Davis back into the ring. According to Roach, inactivity is one of the biggest issues in boxing today, especially when elite-level fighters are involved.
But if he do come back, it's a big, like, but him in boxing, like him coming back to boxing is good, you know, like, it's good for boxing if he coming back to fight. So if he do choose them, that's on him. It's his right to do so, you know, at the end of the day.
And then you gotta think also a layoff, you know.
But that ain't no easy, man. Pitbull still ain't no easy. You know, it's stylistic, yeah, on paper, but he's still tough.
That goes to show you what type of caliber guy he is as well then.
Nah, they not gonna look at that. They want to see Tank is past that. They want to see Tank fight certain people, man. That's just fact.
Roach also questioned the value of revisiting previous matchups, specifically dismissing talk of a rematch between Davis and Isaac Cruz. He suggested that while the original fight had its moments, the division now offers far more competitive and high-stakes opportunities that would better define Davis's legacy moving forward.
Gervonta get back in the ring. I don't know how they're gonna perceive him fighting Pitbull again. I don't know. I don't think nobody really want to see that. But Pitbull's fans, or they just happy to see if Gervonta get back in the ring. They want to see Gervonta fight a certain list of fighters, and I don't think Pitbull don't.
This is the first camp I can, like, you know, enjoy myself and be back. My headspace that I'm in now is way better than what I was before, and that's the only thing that matters to me.
1, 2, 3.
I'm looking at it now, it's just like, I don't know, probably this was a good thing, us fighting. We still on the same path to get the same thing. You know, I gotta be in there with him. I gotta be able to, you know, his arm reach, his size, his power.